Hello, I'm the General Manager for Cloverfield Foods, and I've been asked to identify if we should change the floral department into the ready-made meals department. So first we need to consider some pros and cons to this decision, and there are some pros. There are definitely some pros. Ready-made meals can be made and bought year-round. There's also less competition since our floral department was competing with 2 local florist shops in the area. And people that come into our store come in for food since we're a grocery store. So people are already coming in to buy food, so they're more likely to buy ready-made meals. They don't necessarily come in for flowers. However, in the same way, it's important to identify and think about the cons to this decision. Ready-made meals don't have as much profit per sale since they're not as expensive to buy. Flowers are more a luxury item, which means that we're going to need to make more ready-made we're going to need to sell more ready-made meals than we would flowers. So we're going to need more sales in order to make a profit. However, the ready-made meals also might potentially have more packaging costs since there's more product and plastic involved in the actual design. Although flowers are quite pricey to make too since we have to buy them fresh. And people selling flowers provides differentiation in our stores to other grocery stores in the area. And that would no longer be there. However, ready-made meals isn't necessarily something that other grocery stores have either, so that would also differentiate us. In this decision, it is important to identify the factors on profit. And some of those are competition, packaging, and storage space. Obviously, our floral market has competition with the floral shops in the area. Packaging, both flowers and ready-made meals involve packaging. Flowers are expensive and the plastic for ready-made meals is expensive. So that would definitely be something to think about. And storage space. Flowers take up a lot more storage space than ready-made meals do. You can only store so many flowers in the area that you could store a lot of ready-made meals because they're a lot smaller. And there are definitely business risks to any venture. Any business might not necessarily be wanted on the market. So if it's not wanted, then it's not going to sell. And then secondly, there might not be good profit margins, which is important to think about. You need to think about if the price that you're going to sell it for is going to actually provide you profit for how much the packaging is going to cost. That's important to think about in this venture because both flowers and ready-made meals involve packaging prices. So in the end, you have to think about which one can you sell and make the most profit on with the different margins. And the core values of any business, of any product and service, should be to make the customer happy and to have customer satisfaction. At the end of the day, you only want the customer to like your product and to want to come back to buy your product more. And any product needs to fulfill a need in society. So that's important to think about for this venture because you need to think, do people want ready-made meals or do they want flowers? And product life cycles are important because certain products can't be bought year-round. Flowers can't be bought year-round. They're only bought generally through November to May, according to our statistics, which means June to October, we're not actually making any profits on flowers, and we're using part of our store for flowers, so we're losing money on that area of the store because we're not putting other items in it. Where ready-made meals we can sell year-round. And competition is generally just stores that sell the same good in similar areas, and that can result in each store having less sale. And it's important for the stores to have things that draw the customer to come to their product instead of the similar product. So in our example, we have competition with other floral shops in the areas, but something that might be a pro for us is we're also a grocery store, so you can buy flowers while buying your groceries instead of having to go out of your way to buy flowers. And just some last questions to think about. If we did change our floral department to ready-made meals, it would be important to notify our customers, since we wouldn't want customers to come in thinking that they're going to buy flowers and then to be disappointed, because that would result in bad customer satisfaction. So we want them to come in knowing that our floral department is changed. And it would be easy to do that through advertising and resume, through advertising, TV advertising. We were trying to think about ideas to increase floral sales on our off months, which are June to October. And you could do that through TV ads that encourage fresh flowers in the summer, even though there are no holidays generally to June to October, besides July 4th, which isn't really a flower holiday. There are still birthdays and anniversaries in those months that you can encourage people to buy flowers for. Overall, I'm most apprehensive about the packaging cost for the fresh ready-made meals. That would necessarily be something that we want our finance department to figure out how much it would cost. But I think that overall, we can make our fresh ready-made meals with things that we have in store, which would make the packaging cost less than the flowers would be, and we can sell them year-round, unlike the flowers. So I recommend that we should change our floral department to fresh ready-made meals because I think it would result in more profits for us. Thank you.